Hey, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshai, Hashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle, knows a great millstone. Peace and blessing to you, brothers, pushing the truth throughout for win and sincerity and in truth. You can see the video is going to be entitled Garments Are Spiritual. What made me want to do this video is like going to the gym. It's guys that come in with by no means am I saying it's like, okay, that's wrong to do, but these guys will come in and they'll have t-shirts, they'll have their work shirts on with fringes sewed to the bottom of it, and it's just like nothing's wrong with it, but they'll wear it like it's like going to save them, They'll wear it like this is going to save me, It's like, it just, I don't know. It's just something about it, man. My fringes are going to save me, But we have to understand that garments are spiritual, okay? Revelation 1:13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girded about the paps with a golden girdle. Now, we understand that garments are garments, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a physical garment, like it's, like the garments we wear for camp, things of that nature. But look at this, the definition. It says to sink into, clothing, put on, clothe oneself. Okay. It says put on, clothe with. And to understand this in the spiritual aspect is like our garments are spiritual, okay? You put on that spiritual man because this flesh is nothing, okay? This flesh is nothing. And all that can really do is cause a lot of confusion, Somebody could come up and say, what's the point of, the border of blue? Now you got to explain why you're walking around with, and then they're like, oh, you're a Jew. Then it just opens up a Pandora's box of like things that's unnecessary, So you got to move in the mind frame of being spiritual. It has to be spiritual. You can't just do things like that. I mean, you can, but it's a lot of work in that, when you just go out of your way to put fringes on everything. All right. Revelation 16:15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. Now, is this talking about some clothing? Lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Is this talking about a physical piece of clothing? No, it's not. Blessed is he that keepeth his garment. Let's just say that we're out in the wilderness and we're living off the grid. Is everybody going to be walking around with fringes on the bottom of t-shirts? It doesn't make sense, the things that's being pushed off like that. Okay. So it's just, I don't know, man. It's just something about it, but these things are spiritual. Garments are spiritual. Okay. It says keepeth his garments. Like, you're not going to be constantly, oh, I got to keep my garments, so all this chaos and panic is finna come through. I'm get tossed in the FEMA camp, but let me make sure I got my garments with me. Let me make sure I got my garments with the border of blue on it. No. Matthew 22:9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not a wedding garment. He said unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. So, in this parable, was he physically talking about garments? It's a parable. It's letting you know that how did you get into being with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, or basically getting into the kingdom, and you didn't keep the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It's just like eating from the forbidden tree in Genesis. Okay? You can't be in the mind frame of like, okay, well, that was talking about a real tree, that was talking about a real fruit. No, it's a parable. Okay? So this is a parable. It's not talking about you physically having on a wedding garment. If that's the case, why is it saying, it's basically saying, how did you get in here without having clothes on? You know, if we're going to go in a physical aspect of it. So it's not talking about and speaking on no physical garments, you know. This is Isaiah 6:10. I will greatly rejoice in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. My soul shall be joyful in my power, for he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. Is that a physical garment that he clothed you with? So now we're walking around our garments of salvation now. So when you wake up in the morning and you got your fringes on your garment, that's salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness, as the bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels. All these things are that garment. All that is that's spiritual. Okay, that's walking and maneuvering in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's you're gonna be caught doing and following the laws and calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's the garment. Okay, not a piece of clothing that you put on. All right, clothing is not going to save you. Clothing is not going to save no one. Is it wrong that you're doing it? No, but it brings forth a lot of confusion. All right. 2nd Esdras 2:38. It says, Arise up and stand. Behold, the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world, and have received glorious garments of the Lord. Now, your garment that you wear to camp, and that if you want to put on fringes on your shirt, that will be considered your garment. So you're telling me this is some holy piece of clothing that the Lord gave you to put on, and it's salvation in the garment. No, the truth is your garment. Okay? Following the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that's your garment. Okay? Because it's covering you. All right? The Lord is going to cover his men. That's the garment. All right? Not a UPS shirt with fringes on the bottom of it. You know, it's amazing me, man. These guys walk in, you know, and not saying I'm over righteous, you know, or nothing of that nature, but it's just something like, man, you got fringes on the bottom of a Nike wife beater. Like, man, what are you doing? You know? And it's just confusion. You know, that's just my 2 cents. You know, I'm speaking as a man. But I hope this is edifying. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to you. How about Shemi Shai, by Shema Khan, Kodash, double honors to the apostle, that was a great millstone. Peace and blessing to you, I can preach the truth out for win. So next time, shalom.